Hi, I'm Scott Walker, CEO of Young America's Foundation and the 45th Governor of Wisconsin. My colleagues and I know all too well the imperiled state of free expression within our country's education system. For too many students, nearly all of them conservative students, free speech is just not a reality. Liberal activists within higher education have tightened their grip on the free and open exchange of ideas for decades, choking out intellectual diversity and restricting free speech to a select few who share favored opinions. Often, a student's only means to hold intolerant school administrators accountable is by filing a lawsuit, sometimes taking it all the way to the Supreme Court. It's a shame that freedom-loving students like Chike must take such action just to secure basic freedoms. Thankfully, these students are far from alone, thanks to organizations such as YAF and ADF. For more than 6 decades, YAF has stood alongside bold students who are willing to stand up and say enough is enough and hold their schools accountable. When I was in school back in 1988, YAF prevailed in the landmark Bose versus Berry decision, which was a major win for First Amendment rights. But our work hasn't stopped since then, thanks in part to our critically important partnership with Alliance Defending Freedom. When administrators at California State University, Los Angeles attempted to ban our friend Ben Shapiro's YAF lecture, and then, amazingly, stood by while leftist professors and students trapped attendees in the lecture hall, well, YAF and ADF held the school officials accountable for their unconstitutional actions. Most importantly, we secured the First Amendment rights of conservatives on campus. When the University of Florida violated the constitutional rights of our YAF activists by treating the Young Americans for Freedom chapter as somehow a second-class entity on campus, well, YAF and ADF again filed suit. We won the day and rectified the illegal conduct at that school. And as I speak to you today, YAF is working with ADF on litigation to hold the University of Minnesota and Binghamton University accountable for allowing intolerant leftists to trample on the God-given rights of conservatives on campus. Free speech is guaranteed by our Constitution, yet it is that right that is most often at risk on our college campuses today. Colleges should be a place for students to engage in open and free exchange of ideas, yet all the talk of diversity seems to exclude any variation of ideological thought. That is why we must teach each rising generation the truth. And we can't do that if our ideas are silenced, our speakers are banned, and our students are treated as second-class members of their campus communities. We must be bold. We must remain strong. And organizations like YAF and ADF must continue to stand with students as we persist in the fight for freedom. As ADF prepares to take a landmark case of its own before the Supreme Court, there is an opportunity to ensure that the highest court in the land reinforces the freedoms endowed by our Creator and defined by our Constitution. The students of America must have their rights upheld. That's why YAF filed an amicus brief in support of Chike's case. A win for him is a win for all students and all Americans seeking to protect our constitutional freedoms. To the bold students out there facing similar battles, you are not alone. Young America's Foundation and Alliance Defending Freedom are here to help you expose and correct these troubling situations. Visit yaf.org/tips to report incidents at your school. And share this video with #CampusSpeechMatters to show your support. Help us spread the word and share the importance of free speech for this and future generations. Most importantly, keep fighting for freedom.